What is going on, everybody, to this very special broadcast here on the Casa D18 Studios channel? As you can tell from the background here, the Vegas Golden Knights have just won the Stanley Cup, much to the dismay of one Jeff Meacham. We're going to go ahead and going to bring in the other brother here, Stat Boy Mike, host, of course, of Stat Boy Sports Bar, who just had an episode go live earlier today. Stat Boy, we've got the Stanley Cup coming out to be presented to the Vegas Golden Knights, only their 5th year of existence.
Sixth.
Forgive me. I guess it was that pandemic year. No one counts that.
No one counts that. It's
Meacham,
great.
aside from the original 6 teams, is this the quickest a team has ever gotten to the Cup?
I would think so.
I think so. I'll have to go back and look.
It's great to see it there. It's amazing. I wanted them to win it back in 2017, 2018. It would have been a great story, but good things come to those who wait. They've waited 6 years to do it. They only missed the playoffs once.
45. Fuck off. Sorry. I know we're only not even 5 minutes in. I just cost you money, Jay, whatever, but no. Nobody suffered except Toronto now, because God bless those poor bastards. More than the Kings fans did. No.
Agree to that. I agree with that. I also kind of agree with what Mikey said there. It would have been a great story if they had gotten it their first year. You figure they were the island of misfit toys. They were the rejects. They were the ones that no team thought were important enough to protect. And then you figure less than a week before puck dropped, the Route 91 incident occurred in Las Vegas.
Right.
So not only are these guys banding together as brothers to be a new team, now you're playing for the heart of your city.
Yeah, and I said at that point, because the Kings had been so abysmal that season, and the fact we made the playoffs and got to the first round was Vegas beat us that round. So I was like, okay, you know what? They won, they beat us, go get it. Go get the cup. This year, I blame myself. I don't credit the talent on the team or anything else. Not at all. I blame myself for this, because I rooted for them against Edmonton so that way Edmonton would go away, and this is the result. I have done this to myself. This is all my damn fault. Lord, I apologize to the non-Vegas Golden Knight fans out there, and be with the pygmies in Vegas. Amen. On the real, though, it is cool. Only appropriate that Captain Stone gets a hat trick tonight, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for real. And I know that you're grumpy Gus over here, Meacham, but
yes,
it's got to be cool to see Alec Martinez, Braden McNabb, Jonathan Quick on a Stanley Cup championship team again.
And again,
you've got the great one, Wayne Gretzky, on the call here.
I was going to say he's
about stuff. There's McNabb right now hoisting it up.
Yep.
I was going to say he was a king too.
I was going to say
him.
Yeah,
he did. That boy.
You're having a tough day with the paying attention there, Mikey boy. Anyway,
he gave it to Shea Theodore. That's a former Duck, is he not?
I think so. Again, let's not rub lemon in the salt wounds, Jay. Let's just leave the MD words out of this for the moment. No, I'm kidding. Look, on the real, I said before we came on, I'm looking at the faces. These guys are so elated. A lot of them, it's their first one. So, and again, you mentioned it. This city has hungered for professional sports like NHL, NBA, MLB.
Yeah.
For decades. But the Raiders are there now. if they ever contend again. God bless the Raider Nation.
I mean, all that Vegas has ever truly had has been prize fights.
Yep.
Boxing and UFC. Vegas has been the home of the prize fights. And now they have a championship hockey team.
Yep.
Look at that.
That's great. That was good.
Man. Okay. That's not fair to do to me. I'm supposed to be mad. I want to be mad right now, and I can't.
You can't.
Alec Martinez just gave the Stanley Cup to Jonathan Quick.
God damn you, Marty. I'm going to pop you for that if we go up to on this road trip you talked about. I'm going to pop Marty in the mouth for that one.
No, you're not. Shut up.
No, you won't.
Oh!
But back to my point, Vegas has always been the home of the prize fights, and now they have a championship hockey team.
Yes.
They have the Raiders, who within their history have been a championship franchise. Granted, it's been a while since they've touched a championship, but
yes,
the Raiders at one point did win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And they're getting the Oakland A's in 2-3 years once the stadium is built?
I think the was 2027. Yeah.
And the news broke today that the Nevada Senate signed a bill for $380 million to help fund the building of that stadium.
Well, but that was my point. That this city, this state has been one of the few in the union that has not had a championship team at the major league level. Mm-hmm. Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, NHL. They've got it now. And, this little proposed journey to go see this thing in this city. Again, I've been telling people, it's like, look, I will go. I will be happy for you, my friends. I'll be happy for guys on this team and in this organization that are my friends. Because I can look at faces and see the tears of joy and the elated smile and the shout of elation like that from oh God, give me a name. I forget who this is already. From Moi. There you go. So I can be happy for the people. I just can't, this. It's good for the city, and at the end of there's Kessel. There you go. It's good for hockey. It's good for the business of the business, right? It's good for the business of the sport to have championships go to new teams. That's always been a thing. So, we had to wait a while for ours, but at the same time, we had Wayne Gretzky come here. That changed everything for us in 1988.
True, and unfortunately, the great one wasn't able to bring a championship to us while he was here.
No.
Came close.
He did. We did. We came very close in 93. And
close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Oh, that reminds me. I gotta stock up before we go on our road trip. Anyway, maybe.
What's he gonna do? Throw hand grenades at the car?
No, horseshoes.
Oh.
Why are you being so evil, Mikey? God, that was rude. Jeez.
Daniel with a question here says, it makes me wonder when WWE will bring Mania to Vegas.
It's a matter of time.
We haven't had a Mania since 9.
It's a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, now that they've got
to Allegiant Stadium.
Okay, Mikey, let's try not to talk over each other. Now that they have a football stadium, like Jeff said, it's TikTok.
Yep.
TikTok.
Yep. And that stadium is WWE ready. SummerSlam was there, and it was a hell of a setup. So, not a bad seat in that place, really. Figure for football, I would have been on the 50-yard line. The only thing I really couldn't see really well was Edge's Brood entrance. That was all that was really missing from my experience. But damn good seats, damn good experience. Vegas is ready for Mania. So, and with a championship here now, which I just had the realization that they're going to get a WWE Championship belt. It just happened right now in my head. Oh, God.
Makes you almost wonder now, are they going to go with one of the World Heavyweight title ones or the Roman Reigns Undisputed title?
I think either works.
A choice.
I think either works. You figure the WWE Roman Reigns looks like their damn jerseys anyway with the same mustard hue on television. And the World Heavyweight's pure gold. So why not? And I think the big gold Rollins title has the interchangeable side plates. And again, I figured to be stoned tonight, but Marshy had a good, just a fabulous playoff. So,
Absolutely. Props to Jonathan Marchessault.
Yes.
I hope I pronounced that right.
Marchessault, but you're good. It's okay. It's French. That's why I said Marshy, because I always get it wrong too.
Keen Mike pointing out that Tony Khan loves Vegas.
He does, man. Double or nothing.
And Vegas wouldn't be far for the California fans to make that mania.
I would be okay with it coming back here sooner rather than later, because we're not going to get it back in LA for a while because we just had it. So,
I mean, it's not like WWE has never done 2 manias in the same area, within like a 5-year span before.
No, but out here it's less frequent.
But that was also before we had the state-of-the-art stadium. So
very true. Yeah, the closest we had Mania. Right on. You know what? I give this coach right on. I give this coach so much credit. This guy, Boston fired him. Vegas picked him up, like 5 days later? And, Boston, to their credit, had the best season they've ever had. So they made the right choice in not having this guy be their coach. But here we stand at the end of the season. Boston was out the first round.
Yeah, the president's curse strikes again, because you can't deny what Boston did. They were the number 1 pick, I believed. And then I might have said, if Boston doesn't win it, I had the heart for Minnesota. I did that as well.
Yeah.
Then it should have gone to Vegas. Throw in Seattle, of course. We talked about that over the season too. We wanted Seattle to win the West, to have it Seattle versus Florida, or Seattle versus Vegas, 2 teams that have never gotten to the cup, but now 2 expansion teams and all that.
Is that Tony Granado holding the cup? I'm sorry, I was kind of waiting, Mike, but I can't wait. Is that Tony Granado holding the cup up, Jay? Is that what they're saying on TV?
I have it muted. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Because I'm pretty sure if somebody's watching the game besides us, I'm pretty sure that was Tony Granado that just handed the cup off to John Stevens, another former King coach, has the cup now. So there you go. I'm pretty sure it was Tony Granado, which I have loved Tony Granado for so many years. He was with us during the ill-fated almost cup run. Played during the Gretzky era with us. If it was Tony, and then again, John Stevens, say what you want about John as a head coach. He was instrumental in getting us to the dance in 2012-2014. So
every time someone hoists it, I'm afraid they're going to drop it.
Well, you noticed when they were handed to the owner, they had the owner and the GM hold it together, because the owner he's too old and not to be a dick, but feeble to hold it by himself. It's so damn heavy. Then you got the guy who looks like Tim Leiweke, de-aged Dr. Evil style or number 1 style in the House Powers movie. He's ecstatic. Good for him. Again, love the team, hate the team, love the sweater, hate the sweater. These guys, everybody that's being handed the Stanley Cup right now, earned every bit of this.
Yes.
So good on them. And again, I don't know where you guys are in the feed, but they're showing the crowd outside the arena. You can't move outside right now.
No.
Like you cannot get from the arena back to the strip. You're just there until it's like Times Square on New Year's Eve right now. It is crazy. And I've stood in that square more than once on a game night. I think my poor mother having a freaking complete panic attack being in something like that. She wouldn't make it through that. There are so many damn people. There's so many people happy for this team. It's very hard for me to be an asshole and be mad, because there's so many happy people.
Good.
So
we don't want you to be an asshole.
I
was be mean and mad.
Man, I was an asshole enough today, apparently. So I don't know what it is.
I'm also curious how much money the gamblers are making off of this win.
Oh my.
Well, see, here's the thing. To quote a Jeff Meacham Network shirt, the Vegas Golden Knights were the favorites, so you had to pony up. You had to pony up to make money.
Yeah. But the gamblers, the guys that run, the houses are cleaning up, man. Vegas won the Stanley Cup in Vegas, man. I guarantee it's Tuesday night at 8:30 up there. If these people are asleep before Thursday night, I'll be goddamn.
Thursday.
I'm saying though, like it's still early enough in the week where they could possibly go to sleep by Thursday night, maybe.
And you figure they'll probably have their parade on Thursday.
Oh God.
More than
Parade
likely.
Can't do it tomorrow. It's too short notice. But Thursday or Friday, they will have their parade. And dude,
Strip
Friday night on the strip is already knucking futs.
Uh-huh.
And then you throw in a championship parade.
Dude, Jay, I got Undertaker chills on my arms hearing you say that shit right
I'm
now.
telling you, it's going to start in downtown Vegas where the plaza is.
Fremont, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then go down the main strip all the way past the Luxor.
Oh, whoever it was that put the cup up just lost their poor hat, and he's like, whatever, I don't care.
LVPD will be on overtime watch.
They better give those poor bastards hazard pay. I'll tell you what.
If that's Zach Galifianakis right there,
I don't know who that.
Maybe.
Yeah, it looks like him. See, when they zoom in close, they don't look so mustardy. It's just they're fugly from a distance, man.
I keep refreshing the Twitter feed to see like what kind of pictures I can get. I now got this one instead.
Ooh,
oh, there you go. That's a good collage of Marshy. That's a good one. I like that one. Send that.
So I'll make sure you guys have that in the mailbox for Stat Boy Sports Bar next week.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say we'll cover it on Saturday, but we're a little busy Saturday as it is.
Well, an open mic night is not the place for pro sports.
No.
We totally forgot about Noah for this. Like
I know.
We didn't have him watching the game.
He's probably asleep. I mean, I really did want to invite him to see this, but when he told me that he gets up at 4:45 in the morning, it was game 4 or nothing. I mean, there's always next season. There's still baseball. There's still 2 months of baseball we can do. We can maybe shoot for the World Series.
I would say, and again, I said this to you much more bluntly privately, so I'll try to glaze over it. We need to manage expectations when it comes to our team. Noah's not a sports commentator. He doesn't watch sports. They'd be like asking Aaron to come on and talk about pro sports with us on a regular basis. It's not going to happen. Television series, Aaron can hold his own more so than Noah, without a doubt, or movies. And music. Him and JJ about the Beatles shit will be here all fucking week. As we should be for the Beatles, because it's the Beatles. But he and I have a show, JJ, coming pretty soon on that, actually. Yes, but Noah covering anything but his passions, which at the end of the day, as far as the broadcast from professional wrestling, we need to like be realistic about it. And it's so funny to see that going up. And I'm remembering now Doc, when he was calling our first cup win in 2012, talking about guys going in there with injured shoulders and everything and lifting the cup anyway against doctor's orders. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to do that right now. I would set myself back so much. And if I didn't have a job that was that hindered on my ability to carry things, I probably would. But with injury already in place, this is the one day of the year, or the one time in my life, the Stanley Cup's been awarded where I go, I'll wait till next year if I get up close to it. So there are a few friends that I want to. They're probably not watching us because they're watching the feed on TNT. Which, by the way, first time I can remember that the Stanley Cup final is not on one of the broadcast networks, like your classic 2 through 13. It's kind of shitty.
Yeah,
I can agree to that, and the rehearsals I did with ESPN, the best parts of it were when a team was on the power play because the player's name popped up as a graphic. So I could easily tell who had the puck at what point. TNT doesn't do that. They just put on a graphic who's on the ice.
Well, no,
that does not help.
Yeah, I wasn't complaining about the presentation of the network itself. I'm just lamenting the fact that we're not on CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox right now. That's what's hurtful to me as a hockey fan more than any other sport. It's like it kind of sucks. But again,
we don't get the same credit that other sports do.
No, and again, you suck. You're wrong for that. Damn it.
Am I really?
Yeah, you are. Oh, team picture. Here we go. This is one of my favorite parts. This and the handshake. It really is. Now it's like a big giant glob of mustard. It's even worse. There you go.
I don't know how to make that slide any bigger, but there it is.
You should be able to go to
send me the graphic.
You can also go to the bottom right of the image itself. There should be a way to make it full screen. At least there should be. Oh, wait, no. You're on PowerPoint, not on Google Drive. Never mind. Disregard.
Yeah, but if you send me the graphic, I can load it in the queue here.
Yeah. But it's not a graphic. It's on a PowerPoint presentation. So he isn't. I mean, you can screen cap it, but
Yeah, exactly.
Again, that's an instruction that needs to be done for Mikey. So,
Jeff,
right.
you can see the comments coming through, right?
I can. I will. I can in a minute.
Do I put it up?
What is it?
Yeah, you can if you want. She's not watching, but you can if you want. That's fine. Hey, you know what? Dana White and Tom Brady are there. They know where the action is tonight. Sure as hell ain't at a UFC event or a Buccaneers. Oh, that's right. Yeah, there you go. Dana White's been quite the prolific picture person this year.
Well, I didn't mention on Sports Bar that apparently Brady did something with Mr. Beast where he threw a football at a drone and he knocked it out of the air. So there was that.
I cannot, again, my biggest contention, and again, this is not about the Stanley Cup, but I'll be really brief. My contention with Brady was that he played for Bill Belichick. That's the first, last, end of sentence. That's what it is. He was playing in New England. He was playing for Belichick. I have no problem with Brady at this point. I really don't. He's out from under the thumb of the Belichick. So just count down till he goes away for good. Belichick, I mean, is on. All right. Well, there looks like they moved on to.
Yeah, it's the post game stuff now.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. There you go.
There's the official. Congratulations to JJ and the King's Reign, defeating Sean's North All-Stars. The final point totals will come up in the morning. But there it is, our inaugural champion. And now that you are a champion, you've got to defend that championship next season.
Cue up the 8-bit of We Are the Champions so we don't get copyright pinged.
Well,
yeah, really.
I guess, there's just one thing for me to say here.
Oh, God, here we go.
Stat Boys Fantasy Hockey League. Acknowledge me.
There you go. You've been acknowledged.
We all have mustard titles. But I digress. Anyway.
Buy a shirt. And yes, I will say this now. As promised, I'll get you the NHL championship gear, t-shirt, maybe even the MJF scarf that they were wearing. Why not?
Sweet Jesus, because you always see me wearing a scarf in freaking 115 degrees summer weather.
Well, it's part of the gear. That'll be my gift to you there for becoming the inaugural champion. What are you doing, Meacham?
Fucking buying a scarf.
$2 super
$2
chat from
super
Mansfield.
chat from
Thank
Mansfield.
you very much.
Mikey,
Don't step over me.
Especially reading a super chat, brother.
Thank you very much, Mansfield, for the super chat. R.I.P. Jeff's liver, and God have mercy on all of us.
I literally had two this big.
It's only
That's it. That's all I've had so far.
And Josh, if you just joined us, Jeff's kind of been a mushy, puddly teddy bear with stuff like this going up. So
I'm gonna bop you in the nose instead of Marty. God damn it. Look, like I said, there's a lot of mixed feelings about this one that I'm not gonna air on air because ain't nobody's business. Right? But it would be a lot nicer if I knew I could go celebrate up there.
Understood.
And I do have the opportunity. There are still friends up there. Matter of fact, our Disney buddy Lex was flying back from LA. Turned out the game was able to be watched on the plane heading back to Henderson. So she watched the third period in the air.
Nice.
So shout out to Lex and her hubby Robert. Recent deposits in Henderson, which is a suburb of Vegas, I guess. Kind of, sort of. On the outskirts, if you will.
Shout out to our old friend Heather Lynn.
Yes, she is over the moon right now.
We're happy, yes.
Yeah. She's had a good couple years here. Her Buccaneers won not too long ago when Brady popped over there, and now the Golden Knights are champions. So again, it's a lot easier for me to be this way because I have a lot of friends, like good friends still, that are residents and or fans. So cool for them.
I just have one question as we go to the panel here, discussing everything. Who the fuck said Henrik Lundqvist could be on a panel when he's never even won a fucking Stanley Cup?
Get
the hell out of here, King Lundqvist.
So
yeah, I did say it to you, but Jeff wasn't here.
No.
Get out of here, King Lundqvist.
I think part of the reason for today is because of the anniversary of Marty getting the goal past him. I think I could be wrong.
He's been on the panel the entire time.
No, I understand that, and again, it's unfortunate the state of the game. There are very few superstar level goaltenders that also have the ability to wax proxy like Henrik can, like Wayne still can, and again, it's Wayne Gretzky. It's a whole other comparison. I understand that.
And don't get me wrong, I love me some Gretzky, but I told Stat Boy the other day, Wayne Gretzky looks like a dude wearing a Wayne Gretzky hockey mask.
I know.
Well, you have to remember, he is 61 years old. 62, excuse me. He just looks in better shape than other 62-year-olds because he's Gretzky, and he's been an athlete his whole damn life and still goes out there and does shit on occasion. But yeah, he you have to remember, he also married a LA-based model. He knows how to take care of his face. Even if it doesn't look like it should look, and it's got more of a plastic feel to it nowadays. It is what it is,
Getting to some of the people in the chat room, Zach says, wait till we get to football, then you can acknowledge me. Fantasy Goat Stat Boy approved. I'm coming for football.
We're already getting, we're not getting signups yet until August.
The difference, Zach, is that you were not the first Stat Boy fantasy football person.
This is true.
I will forever be number 1 in the book.
Yes.
Chapter 1, page 1, champion 1. The Renegade J.J. Williams.
That's right.
The footnote in the NFL, Zach.
And as far as Mikey's fantasy football, is there anybody else besides me that's won more than once?
You won Pick'em. You haven't played fantasy.
Isn't that what we're talking about here? Or is this something different?
No, he's talking about No, JJ's talking about fantasy.
Oh.
Right, JJ?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, if you've been the pickup, I'm two-time.
Yes, you are a 2-time champion. That's true.
Josh says it's still early over there for us, that he's trying to stay on your good side.
Well, yeah, but it's also been 5 o'clock somewhere for 3.5 hours. So, yeah, and I'm old. I'm going to go to bed at 9 o'clock probably anyway. I didn't sleep last night. I understand the feeling and stuff. Yeah, it's always hard when you have a deep connection with a player for fill in the number of years, and then they go and they win a chance. Rob Blake's greatest example of that. He literally got a cup year one after leaving. And, love or hate him as a player, love or hate him in his GM decisions, although the Peterson thing looks really good right about now, doesn't it? Hindsight being what it is. But the guy I always talk about, and I can't do it because of the way the green screen's set up, but I've only had one player leave my most beloved franchise for the specific reason of going to win a cup, vowing to come back once he did it, and then actually did it. And that was Luke Robitaille. Tried it in Pittsburgh, didn't happen for him. I don't think he was part of the '94 Rangers team. Matter of fact, I know he wasn't because he didn't. He was with us. But he got in Detroit, and I think he played one more season with them, and then he was back here to run the team. So as far as the office goes, so the one I'm saddest the most about is honestly Wayne Gretzky, because management brought him here to get us to the dance, and we got to the dance. We just had 2 left feet after game 1. That's really what happened in '93. We just stutter step after stutter step after stutter step. And it was unfortunate. But, sometimes the best things are worth every bit of that weight. My dad, I'll forever have that picture of my dad and I, tears in my eyes, tears throughout that god awful fugly beard I had on that night.
It was pretty gnarly.
I mean,
I liked it. I complimented you a lot on your beard. I know you didn't. I know you were glad to get rid of it, and I know it drove you nuts. But still,
where's it? JD, what's timestamp? 33 minutes and something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Not getting pussy at 3 months sucked too, Mikey. So there was that. Anyway, so just saying, major deterrent. Anyway, but
giving you a compliment.
No, I was just trying to make the point of I will forever that memory, and it was so visceral because it took that long. I don't think a good chunk of the Vegas audience is going to have that. They're ecstatic for their city. They're ecstatic for their team. But I always liken expansion teams, new things winning to the speech that Bane gave Bruce Wayne in Dark Knight Returns. You talk about living in the dark. I was born there. I was bred there. These new Kings fans talk about how bad they are and how, it's hard to be a Kings fan. It's like, look, Skippy, we lived in the darkness for most of our 45 years. We had a glimmer of hope here and there along the way. But it was like that awful horse driver that dangles a carrot in front just to keep the freaking poor sap going. So I will forever and always go to that call by Bob Miller about the 45 years of suffering is over. Because I looked at my dad, it's like, yep, this guy and his mom. Because year 1. So to anybody that's been with Vegas since 2017, 16 when they were founded, congratulations on the real. I'm happy for you guys. If you're a friend of mine, I'm even more happy for you. If you're a friend of mine and we do this road trip, I will make it a point to come see you, hug you, acknowledge you. But tomorrow's a new day. And tomorrow starts the road back for the other 31 teams.
Yep.
And Vegas' road to defending it.
Exactly, because
the road to repeat.
Road to repeat.
It
hasn't happened in a while. Well, maybe that's not true.
No, it hasn't happened in a while. That is true. I did read a report that sadly the Kings did not renew Alex Faust's commentator contract. And I'm also hearing a report that I think they're going to merge and simulcast with Nick, Daryl, and Jim. Is that true? Okay.
It's 100% true. Just like the old days. They're going to simulcast TV and radio. I will never be happy with somebody losing a job or, being displaced, but Alex Faust had a tough road to hoe. And it just never really got any ground gained in the time he succeeded Bob Miller. And I'll leave that at that because I'm trying very hard to be a nice guy when it comes to people. Nick Nixon has earned this. He was with Bob on the simulcast for a decade or more. He and Jim will call the games. Daryl will be personality between the benches, which is where he should be. Daryl's got that personality where he can have a colorful anecdote and God knows a colorful suit on television.
Oh yeah.
So, and we'll still get our Patrick O'Neills, our Jarrett Stoley's, our Carlin Bates, and we'll still get our people. And I don't think Alex was ever really 100% happy being here because he knew that we wanted our Bob back. And I just think that's how it was. And I think that he always seemed happier when he was getting to be neutral guy on the national broadcast for other teams. So if he gets a role doing that, great for him. But I'm looking forward to having Nick Nixon as a play-by-play on my televisions during the Valley Sports broadcasts.
Indeed it is. All righty. Well, I think that's a good way to stop this. I'm good. Not much on the Florida side. I can touch on them. Matthew Tkachuk did not play due to an undisclosed injury. I was watching the game, and while watching it, I kind of made the comment maybe he wasn't just all there. Also, maybe it wasn't a physical thing. We don't know because, as you know, when it comes to injuries, they don't disclose anything. But when they say it's undisclosed, it could be anything. It could have been a mental thing. Maybe he just wasn't in it anymore. That could be a possibility. Plus the fact that he got 3 misconduct penalties in 4 games. He led the playoffs in penalty minutes, which is a stat you do not want.
No.
So, and that kind of helped and hurt Sean with his fantasy team because penalty minutes hurt. But at least Dory Lou teaches us to be positive. Florida is still the Eastern Conference champion. They just didn't get the big prize. They got a prize, but they did not get the big one. They can come back. They can do the same thing next season just as much as anybody can.
And shout out to the kids in the countries over in Africa. They're getting their Stanley Cup Florida shirts tomorrow.
I would love to find one of those shirts just once.
Right? I know. An awful of me.
And I would smuggle it back into the States.
Of course you would. Because you're that guy.
You freaking heathen. You damn law-breaking delinquent you.
Every year that the Ducks did get – oh, wait, it didn't happen. So they won't – there, see, I can make my own jokes too.
Kings of the Pacific Division.
10 time, banners up, and nobody cares. Banners are so colorful with their pretty orange and black that makes it look like freaking Taz. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was going to bring this up during the presentation. The way that Bettman was standing next to the trophy on the pedestal, the freaking trophy's taller than his entire upper half. I thought it was funny as hell. Damn it, Gary. Oh, I try to be better about Gary, but he makes it so easy. But yeah, that is a great shot. So again, good for Mark Stone. Only appropriate that he gets a hat trick tonight. Again, happy for Marty, happy for Quickie, happy for Braden. I'm forgetting the fourth name.
What is Josh playing? What the hell, man?
I'm not paying no attention to Josh because he's not super chatting.
That's right. He's not super chatting.
And the ticker says that if you want to dictate the conversation, to super chat, because
it's like he's got it out for me. What the hell, man? What did I do to piss him
off? If you want to super chat, you can dictate the conversation. Until then, let's ignore the chat. Thank you.
There we go. That was pretty simple.
50 Cent started the game.
That's who that was. Okay, I couldn't see his face because I had something obscuring my television at that point. Okay, cool. Again, they have a whole presentation out there. I don't know if anybody else has been to a game in Vegas for a night's home game, but it's a whole other thing up there. So.
And their mascot is called Chance.
Yes. Which Chance the Gila monster, because it's Vegas and they have those.
I thought it was a dragon because the knights slay the dragon.
No, that means they'd be killing the freaking mascot, Mikey.
Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
I retweeted somebody that he actually did kill a wabbit and he actually gwilled it.
Gwilled the wabbit, gwilled the wabbit, gwilled the wabbit.
Oh, uh-oh, he needs a refill.
He's not drunk enough to deal with our shenanigans.
Killing rabbits and mascots. I'm about to drink just straight whiskey here, not even freaking chase it. Oh wait, I don't have any. Damn. Okay, never mind.
He has no chaser. Whiskey, no chaser.
Straight no chaser. That's it.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, it wouldn't be the first time on here. No, but by the way, I found out the whiskey without the scotch plus the lemon juice plus the soda is called a whiskey highballer. So, for the record, the non-scotched vaccine is called a whiskey highballer. That's a general term that everybody uses. Apparently, I didn't know that until today because I don't have any scotch. So,
Mansfield with the $2 super chat. Stat boy, I love you. I'm just joshing you, man.
Okay, Josh, you're forgiven.
Yay! So we can move on now. Super. Again, I love the team picture stuff. I thought it was hysterical. They set off the pyros. He was getting ready to lift the cup. Stone, when Bettman gave him the cup, it's like, yeah, we're definitely in Vegas, baby. It's all about the show.
Absolutely. What more can the Stanley Cup be put through that it hasn't in the team traditions?
They're in Las Vegas, Mikey. Do you really want to open that Pandora's box right now?
Yeah, I wouldn't go there.
Downtown ain't that far, brother.
Well, it's already been turned into the world's biggest margarita. What else do you want? And champagne is a tradition, so you're not going to.
How far is the Bunny Ranch?
Ooh.
Yeah, there it is. It's sunk in. There it is. He figured it out.
Good night, everybody. I'm going to go puke.
There you go.
There you go. Let's skydive it off of the stratosphere. How about that one?
Let's not and say we did.
Yeah, that's a 35-pound accident waiting to happen.
Jesus.
We'll attach drones at the top of the parachute. Fly it in safely.
Josh, if you do go to Vegas and succeed with Southwest Field, you need to have friends that are willing to pay for it first.
There you go.
What's that, Dory Lou? Ooh, good answer. The Zipzilla, the Slotzilla from one end of Fremont Street to the other.
Same problem as the freaking skydive. That's 35 pounds over people's heads. If the grip loosens even a bit, somebody's dead, like literal dead.
I've done the Slotzilla. They strap you in good.
That's fine. Do you realize the amount of liability they would have to? Think of it this way. They had licensed professionals rigging Owen Hart.
What happened?
Kill the Owen, kill the Owen. Okay, I'm just saying.
Ooh,
Okay, and yes, it's never too soon, Mikey. It's been almost 25 years.
Never too soon.
Anyway,
Next year will be 25 years.
next year we're
and we'll
25. We
be
haven't
on
done
for
for
it.
that. Damn. We are the worst kind of promotional shills. Anyway,
We are.
that's okay.
All right.
Yes, Jay. There it is. There you go.
It is.
I honestly don't know if I I'm looking forward to you and Noah calling that or not, because you've got the whole broad. Well, you know, it's not hot damn. Owen didn't go to hell or anything. Anyway, I'm legit I want to watch you call, but you've got the unedited non WWE Network version, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to see that because I never saw it. So I will watch it because I want to support the channel and make sure you get the subscribers and everything. But it's like, damn. Ugh. It's going to be interesting when we get around to May again, because it's still, you know, we were talking yesterday during my little impromptu live, and today even during Talk Wrestling before I started throwing back the whiskey. It so much has happened in my fandom and in my time doing this on the regular. It's Aaron put a great graphic up of, you know, Roman Reigns returns. It's like every time he comes back to SmackDown, it's a big deal. But this show right here is going to be a big deal on Saturday. It's going to be a major occurrence. So
Roman Reigns' return graphics is about the same level as Tony Khan's announcements.
Yep. Yeah. Those two things are approaching Jeff Picture with Mickey levels, guys, and that's not a healthy situation. It's not. So, for the record. But I digress. Anyway.
Indeed.
Anything else we want to get out there, Jay, before we tell everybody night as it approaches 12 o'clock on the East Coast?
Well, if Mikey needs to bounce out, I totally understand. Me and you can stay here for a few more minutes if we want to.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah,
honestly, Josh's little comment here. Where did it go? Okay, there you go. Off topic, but blame Twitter. Why in the crap does Disney want to make a live action Bambi movie? I have no idea, Josh, but you can take a look at all of this stuff that'll be coming up next month on Renegade's Reviews. World premiere.
Cute.
I need to thank you for real on that one. I'll tell you why. When we again, I'm getting misty on that. God damn you, Jay! I hate the show, Jay. Anyway, if you know, kids. When our new fireworks and the theming premiered in January at the park, we're celebrating the 100th of the company, right? And that's all about the classic animation line, not the Pixar movies or the shorts or whatever. It's the Snow White line, for lack of a better term. And it's cool that we're doing the post-Renaissance stuff. That's really cool. So I'm glad you're reviewing those, because those don't get, up until I'll say either Princess and the Frog or Tangled, they really don't get near enough love. So I'm glad you're doing
with the exception of maybe Lilo and Stitch.
Fair. That's fair. Lilo and Stitch get some love. So
And I've noticed that in recent years, Emperor's New Groove has gotten a lot of love.
Yeah.
Mainly because of Patrick Warburton as Kronk.
Right. Yeah. You know, the fact that he got the cinema sequel, it's.
I mean, I've wanted to do the Disney movies for a long time. You know that. When I first started, I did, 30 days of Disney movies.
Yes.
And then last year, with the shortened schedule, I only did the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is why there's so many direct-to-DVD sequels in here to fill it out so that I can get through everything that's left. Strange World was the last Disney animated film of the Snow White lineage to come out. There hasn't been anything since then.
Not yet.
So now anything that comes out once I'm done with these in July can be a new release Saturday.
There you go.
And I will have done every theatrically released Disney animated movie and some that were just straight to DVD, straight to VHS.
We didn't stay late enough to see the fireworks and the projection on the castle last time you guys came, did we?
No.
Okay, we need to make a point to do that when we go.
Because me and Cece were so beat.
That's fair. That's fair.
Our feet were just screaming bloody murder.
Oh, trust me, brother. Like I was getting to last night before I got cut off. I forgot why I was talking about something else. In the hasting of packing of bringing dry clothes, I didn't bring dry shoes, like I said. What I didn't factor in on is in waiting for the car to get properly loaded and then drive out to frickin' Victorville, my feet were so pre-blistered that by the time we got back to Victorville and I pulled my shoes off and literally went to go walk to the can, I went, this is not good.
Ouch.
It felt like I was walking and getting stabbed through my feet every single time I took a step.
Been there, done that. I get that. I understand that reference big time.
And now I've done both sides of my feet because I got so stupid. I went to Raging Waters one time, whole goddamn life, and I wore flip-flops with no tops. Forgot sunscreen. Literal this big blister on each foot.
Ooh, dude.
And I was a grumpy ass teenager as it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Bitch of a
Daniel with the
good question.
I'll take here. We'll go to the man who actually works for the mouse.
Yeah.
Where is the Darkwing Duck movie and the live action Gargoyles movie?
So
I have been pondering this ponderance for 30 years now,
roughly,
give or take, because you figure Darkwing Duck was in the height of Batman.
Yep.
Before the failed Batman and Robin movie. Okay, we'll leave that one where it is.
I appreciate that.
But Darkwing Duck was popular between Batman Returns and Batman Forever.
Yep.
A superhero cartoon movie. It just begged for it then. But they gave a movie to Goof Troop. Now, don't mistake me. I enjoy a Goofy movie. I really do.
Yes.
But if you're looking at the properties that scream, make a movie out of me, Rescue Rangers, absolutely. I mean, they're chipmunk detectives. they're the chipmunk version of Batman, the world's greatest detectives, for real.
Yeah.
Darkwing Duck. To a certain extent, DuckTales, which that one was made, The Treasure of the Lost Lamp, because you figure Scrooge out for money. If he can find something, some great relic that's going to bring him even greater wealth and fortune, Scrooge is up for that.
And that was a good movie.
Tailspin.
Yep.
I don't look at Goof Troop and say, that's a movie right there.
Yeah.
Nope.
Again, I enjoy Goof Troop.
Yeah.
It took me a few years to see it. Honestly, I've only really seen it within the past decade.
Yep.
Powerline is awesome.
Yes.
But it just doesn't scream movie to me.
No. And think about it this way, Jay. As popular as the Disney afternoon was at that point, you talk about the MCU being as big as it is now, thanks to Disney purchasing Marvel Studios. How about a movie for each of those, and then let's bring them together, Avengers style, for a movie?
Yeah, seriously. Or you don't even have to do a movie for each because they've already got their standalone TV shows.
Well, right.
Scrooge McDuck is going to go on a treasure hunt. He's tired of Launchpad and his crashes, so he seeks out another flight service, Hire for Hire. Contracts Rebecca Cunningham, hires Blue and Kit to be his pilots.
Shenanigans along the way. Chip and Dale have to investigate. It gets sinister. In comes Darkwing. Shit writes itself.
For real.
It does. And again,
the plane doesn't crash but touches down outside of Saint Canard.
Mm-hmm.
Don Carnage
Yep.
comes in, meets up with somebody like a Megavolt.
Yeah.
Which that's a whole conversation I want to hear right there. Just Don Carnage with his Ricky Ricardo type accent talking to Megavolt.
My brain's exploding just thinking about it. Right. Yeah. There is potential there. Why they didn't pull the trigger then, I don't know. I was a kid, literally a kid when those were out. But
and
now,
as far as your live action Gargoyles movie, Daniel, I never got into Gargoyles.
Yeah, me neither.
By the time that Bonkers entered the Disney afternoon, I was good.
Yeah, for real.
My lineup was always DuckTales, Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, and Darkwing.
Yeah.
When DuckTales left and everything slid up and they brought Goof Troop in, I was cool. Once Rescue Rangers got out, everything slid up and they brought in Bonkers, I was good on everything after Darkwing Duck.
Yep.
I would watch the first hour and a half.
Yeah.
Bonkers would come on, I would turn it off.
Right.
And as each show progressed out for another half-hour show, I'd go from watching an hour and a half to watching an hour to watching 30 minutes to not watching it all.
Yeah. For me, Gargoyles was like, it started out good, and then they just started bringing in more characters, and then they brought in the villain decided to bring his own gargoyle suit, and at that point I was done. I mean, the concept of them, turning into statues at daybreak, genius. Having them come out at night like Batman, genius.
Right.
That's when it just got too many characters, and then I like, who's this one? It's like G.I. Joe. Who's this one? Who's that one? What does he do? Who's that? What is that?
Transformers.
Right. Yeah. The ingredients went from Walt's chili to Skyline to nope, can't eat this shit.
So Owen Hart done tampered with it.
Exactly.
Damn that Owen Hart. Anyway,
I will take my leave. I will say thank you for this going with my brothers. I will say congratulations to the King's Reign inaugural champion. You've got a title to defend. Congratulations to the Golden Knights. 6 years, first title. They've got a title to defend. And what to do for the rest of the summer, I have no idea because hockey's not going to come back until August, September when we revisit this entire fantasy hockey thing. I think I already have another team lined up to join in, and signups will come in probably around the end of August, around the same time we're getting set up for fantasy football. Congratulations to everybody. Well done to my brother. I'm very happy you won. I love you all. I'll see you all this Saturday night for open mic night, game night. Good night. I love you. Stat Boy out.
Oh, so my thought was, again, just thank you, because what I was going to say was the nighttime show, especially Losing Phantasmic till at least Labor Day now, is all about the 100. It starts with Steamboat, evolves into Mickey, evolves into Snow White, and then just goes on from there. But a lot of the callbacks in the show reference the movies that nobody talks about anymore.
Good.
So it's really good that you're doing that, because that way we will have started your Renegade Reviews month by the time we go. So you can sit there, we can all appreciate it in more ways than one. So it's really cool. So
absolutely,
I'm looking forward to it. Again, it's, Daniel mentions, watching Gargoyles and Digimon and Dragon Ball Z and Batman. I watched Batman animated series all the damn time. Like, that was my jam when it was on.
See, and I didn't get into the Batman the animated series. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the way some of the characters were drawn was just kind of too hokey for me.
Too cartoony, right? Yeah, more caricature-y.
But I just never got into it. And I look back now and I'm like, man, I missed out.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Mark Hamill's Joker.
Yep.
But it's like, I was at that age then where I was like too cool for cartoons to a certain extent. But there was still those few things that really connected with me and hooked me. I still watched my Ninja Turtles.
Absolutely.
I still watched the Disney Afternoon. I was starting to get hooked into Beavis and Butthead and Ren and Stimpy and that type of stuff.
Right.
So, like the Batman stuff, I just was like, meh, I'm good.
Yeah. You figure Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, Arlene Sorkin, and then Tara Strong. Just such the voices alone on the DCAU are just next level. So it's good they had those available, like on Max or on other platforms. It's good that people can revisit them if they were when they were young, didn't watch them, or if they did watch them, it can interest in their kids now, and their grandkids. There's so much good stuff out there. Same with these movies. The only movie I know for sure that was a highly promoted, full-length feature, animated otherwise, that will never see the light of day again was Song of the South. Everything else we've put out there. And I encourage everybody to see these if they haven't seen them, especially the ones you're reviewing next month. Because, like I said, those are for lack of a better term, the forgotten treasures right up until the explosion of Tangled and Princess and the Frog, and then of course Frozen. Jesus Christ, off to the races after that. But
yeah, I mean, you can't even really count Princess and the Frog in there because that tanked.
That's true. It did.
Called it Tangled instead of Rapunzel.
That's true. That's right, because they leaned heavy on the Frog Prince title, just flipping it around,
and it backfired on them.
It did.
Big
it
time.
Really did. Yep. You figure, I know, especially talking with the people after the fact about it, getting inside people's heads, how much evolution the story of Elsa went through from, let's just do a Snow Queen movie, and it's like, yeah, but there were a lot of yeah buts before 2013, and actually that movie came out. God bless him for doing it, because I dare say that one kicked the Disney animated movies franchise back into high gear again, because everybody was singing that damn song. So
Rapunzel, Tangled kicked the door open.
Yeah.
Frozen ripped it off the hinges, chucked it across the battlefield, and was like, "We're back, bitches."
Yeah, with a giant snow flurry and the big scary monster, snowman monster. Yeah, it was, and they haven't had a real like since then. I don't think anyway.
Mm,
There've been a couple of missteps, yes, but not like
Encanto came close.
which one?
Encanto came real close. It didn't reach Frozen levels,
Yeah,
but it was up there with like Tangled and Raya the Last Dragon. Like it made a lot of noise.
yeah.
It just didn't have, as great as We Don't Talk About Bruno was, it didn't have that hook
Oh, okay.
like Frozen did.
I think you misunderstood me. What I'm saying is, since Frozen, we haven't had a real bad stinker, or even close to it. Yeah. I think they've been, like I said, missteps, hiccups, yes, but nowhere near the levels of the post-Renaissance era by any means. So I think they've been, and again, I still haven't seen Big Hero 6. I hear that's amazing, and I do need to watch it to understand that part of the new show. But I just, I just, it's one of those.
Yeah, since Frozen,
I mean, even the sequels that didn't perform as well as their predecessor, they've still been good.
I mean, I still haven't seen Strange World.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what kind of grumblings that really did. I don't hear anyone talking about it.
No, and
so that might be the biggest failure since Frozen.
Yeah, I mean,
Zootopia was good.
Yeah, it was,
but it wasn't at the same level of Tangled, Ralph, Frozen, Moana.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny. Both Zootopia, I did not see, and this is how crazy our medical our medical field is in this part of the country, kids. If you're watching elsewhere out of California, I only saw Zootopia for the first time this whole way through in a medical waiting room lobby. That's how long my ass was sitting there waiting to see the doctor. I saw the whole movie. And it wasn't like working at Walmart where we saw patches along and you piece together. I saw the credits roll at the beginning. I saw the credits roll at the end, straight through.
That's crazy.
Gonkers. And then Moana, we tried 4 different times. And I finally only saw it's like, all right, enough. God damn it. We even paid to go see it at Dillon's Elementary School and couldn't finish it because all the chatter in the theater. Like, I understand we're at school, but fuck up. I'm trying to watch a movie. But yeah, we've, people always have their opinions of the company and their opinions of the corporation and, how certain things are done. But these movies, these theme parks, however much they cost, the whole other show. There's always that little bit of magic that you get when you watch these, when you experience these places, when you have these moments with your family, with your friends, with your loved one, with your children. It's all about tying it together. And I think that the year-long celebration we're doing with the animated line right now and it tying into everything we're doing right now, company wide, is just awesome. I'm glad you're making the Lost Treasures a part of that. It's very much appreciated as a fan.
Again, it's not even as much a part as making the Lost Treasures a part of it. It's just I had the desire to go through and see them all in chronological order because there were still a bunch that I had never seen.
Right.
And I figured by sitting down and starting with Snow White and going until whatever the last one was at the time, which is going to be Strange World.
Yeah, it is now. Yeah.
It was kind of cool to see and watch how the studio, the storytelling, the process evolved over the years from Snow White till now.
Yep.
Daniel says, Meet the Robinsons made my late father cry, and that movie has started to make me cry too. See?
Dude, for real.
I was good on that movie until Little Wonder started playing.
Yep.
And I'm going to try not to get emotional talking about it, but when I sat there in the theaters and watched Lewis looking at his mom and making the decision to not stop her, not talk to her, not do everything that he wanted to do the entire 90 minutes up until that point.
Right.
Because he had that moment, that realization that if I do this, everything I just saw in the future will cease to exist.
Yep. Yep. Butterfly effects of Mucker Feather, even in animated movies.
That's when it hit me and I lost it. The whole rest of the movie, I was good.
Yep.
But you get to that part and then you put that goddamn Rob Thomas song behind it.
Right.
Fuck you, Rob.
Yeah,
Fuck
seriously.
you. Not a fan of yours anyway. That's one song that I fucking like. But yeah.
And I hadn't seen that till I moved in with you. So I didn't have a connection to it, but damn, I sure do now, boy. I can't watch that movie straight no more. I can't. I have to have some sort of inebriation or like a freaking Kleenex stock options just to get through it. It's rough. But that's what makes it, and again, I'm sounding like a corporate shill. God help me, especially after being here last week. But that's what sets that brand apart. Yes, the DC movies, the Warner movies, the Universal movies, they all have the moments. And I don't. God, Back to the Future is still my favorite movie, and we don't own any part of that shit.
Which BTW, your sister wants to borrow my copies of Back to the Future.
Okay.
I believe she's going to sit my daughter down and show her the trilogy.
Set alarm to call Teresa. Straight shoot, for real.
Trying to figure out why she's doing that without you.
Right?
I wanted to ask the same thing. It's like, wait. You showed her the Star Wars movies without me, and you go show this one too?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get the kid through the Spider-Man movies.
Right? And we still don't have all those on Disney Plus yet. Almost. We're almost there.
Yeah. We're like halfway through Toby Spider-Man 2. We need to get that accomplished.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and well, they need to upload Amazing Part 2 first to Disney Plus. Then we need to secure the rights to Far From and No Way Home, or I mean, you can watch them on Hulu for with ads or whatever, but still. Yeah, but I have always, with a very few exceptions, Star Trek being one of them, Star Wars prior to 2012 being one of them, going to see a Disney movie, going to a Disney park, going to a Disney anything, I just get a different feeling. And I guess that's always how I've been. So I am looking forward to your thoughts on these movies because I'm pretty sure they're all on Disney Plus because you have the nice graphics that look like they were off of Disney Plus. So I will make it a point to add that to my watch queue. That way I can see the stuff I haven't seen or stuff I haven't seen in a while at the very least. So, but I want to get through Saturday first.
Yes, definitely got to get through Saturday first.
Because Saturday will also mark 1 month almost to the day, because it's an extra day, until the park's birthday. So
yes.
That's when the countdown starts for me, baby. Because I've got 3 visits with different facets of the family that week alone.
Because you're a glutton for punishment.
You know what, though? I wanted to go on the 17th because that was the day last year that kicked the idea into my brain that I got to be here. So I wanted to go as a cast member, which I've never done. See, there you go. Hey, boss. Looking a little stiff there. You all right? You good? That was a really bad dad joke, but I'll take it anyway. Just off. I've been able to do a lot of firsts in this last almost 9 months. Jesus Christ. But I haven't been to the parks on the park's birthday yet. So that's the next.
There you go.
Go Go ahead.
Daniel says that Batman 89, Batman Returns, and Batman Forever will always be his top 3 live action Batman movies.
Hard to argue with those.
See, and I'm a guy that likes more campy.
Yeah, that's very true.
Don't get me wrong. I love Keaton as Batman. I to this day hold him as the greatest Batman.
Really?
As far as like theatrical movie Batman.
Okay. I was gonna say I always thought it was West. So.
Well, but West only had the one movie.
Right. Which why I said theatrical. It's like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
But for me, Daniel, it's the Batman 66 that for the first time ever brought the 4 main villains together. It's Batman Forever because of the Riddler, Jim Carrey in that role, just superb. And then The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
With an honorable mention to Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, because that movie is so much better than it gets credit for.
It is. It really is. People just see Man of Steel and go, God, the exposition, and say screw to the whole series. Like, no, get through it, y'all. Get through it. You got this. I believe it's a lot better from there. I promise y'all. It really is. Yeah, it's Man of Steel is a task. But once you complete it, you get the bonus points at the end of seeing the other ones. Because without that one, the series really doesn't connect because you've got to have that redefining Kal-El story. Because it's not, Jor-El was, this wise, knowing that the planet was going to explode and, super honorable, moral guy. It's like, nah, man, Russell Crowe was as big a dick as he ever is in any other movie. And Superman with the beer, it's like, dude, he's trying. It's not like he's trying to fit in society. He doesn't want to do the Clark Kent thing. He doesn't want to be that guy. He wants to just do his hero thing and make a positive difference and then just stay in the shadows. He's almost trying to be Batman, it feels like half the time. Right. So, and you've always told me he's cooler than Superman anyway. So there's that. But once you get through and I had to do with Man of Steel what I had to do with the Kelvin timeline of Star Trek, the post 2009 movies. It's a different reality. Set aside what you've seen and just focus on the story at hand. Because seeing the trailer for Star Trek 2009 with the movie's almost 15 years old. Get over your damn self at home at this point. Seeing Spock and Uhura kissing in the trailer, seeing the second movie with Khan being freaking Sherlock Holmes, and it's like, no, this is not my Star Trek. It's like, oh, it's not my Star Trek. It's alternate reality. Got it. Timeline divergence. I'm a sci-fi guy. I can get with this, and they're decent movies. So. It's all about perception. Undertaker said it in his speech. Perception is reality. So yes. Just got to set aside your shit on any of these movies. Any of the movies you're going to review next month, too.
Yep.
Because it's a lot of, it's these. No, man. Go watch them.
I'm going to take this opportunity to throw one more quick trailer up for the Open Mic Night specials. And then we'll come back. And if there's nothing else really to talk about, we'll do some quick shills and get ourselves out of here.
Always a good policy.
And there it is.
There you go.
All of the special editions of Open Mic Night that'll be coming in the coming months.
Yes. Starting Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday's going to be a long night, especially for the East Coast kids.
Yes. But before we get to Saturday,
Yes.
we've got all this stuff. Some of it is already on demand, like the Warzone Hamilton Book Haul, like my review of Donnie Brasco, which went up today because circumstances beyond my control prevented it from going up yesterday. Stat Boy Sports Bar featuring Dory Lou, which was earlier this afternoon. And then we're back to regular scheduled programming come tomorrow, baby. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas has been filmed. It's been edited. It just needs to be uploaded. I was honestly about to upload it, but then, the game ended, so I had to do the live stream.
Right.
Throwback Thursday on Thursday, featuring your third part of the interview with one Rob Van Dam. The Ninth Gate going up on Friday, which was definitely an interesting one to get into.
Right. That one's a definite must watch. Must watch.
We've got the Anna Nicole movie coming up. And then we've got I just left the screen.
Oh, just the members only
the members only thing, make sure that you guys sign up for and join the members only section of the channel. That's the only place to find the exclusive wrestling content that I'm doing these days.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, Over the Edge, and you're doing that there, WrestleMania Marathon, and God bless you for that.
Yes. Got so much good stuff in store.
It was funny. I was watching, I guess they put a live playlist up right before Night of Champions a couple weeks ago of the best moments during Roman's 1,000 Days. And I forget what match it was during. There was a lot of title matches on that stream, so God help me. But it was mentioned at one point there were 55 or 56 something different world title defenses of any of the world titles at a WrestleMania. Oh, it was during Brock and Roman, the match in Dallas last year. And I went, damn, that seems like a lot for only 39 Manias. And I thought, okay, wait, 2 world titles a couple different years, more than a couple different years.
That's
so
true.
Yeah, there were actually, if you count the Hogan shenanigans after Bret Hart versus Yokozuna at WrestleMania 9, there are 57 heavyweight championship matches in the 39 years of WrestleMania. Figure the WWE Championship, the World Heavyweight, Triple H era Big Gold Belt Championship, the Universal Championship, the ECW Championship did get counted in that list. I did do the math. It was one time, but it did it. All 8 seconds of it.
Right.
It was there. Can almost see Chavo's spleen going through the mat from where I was sitting. Almost. God bless you.
Daniel says, can't wait for the upcoming open mic nights, especially November.
Yes.
And he can't wait to give a suggestion for the members only section when it comes to wrestling in October. What is your suggestion, sir?
Do not say Halloween Havoc 95. Do not put this man through that. That's evil and twisted and wrong. Well, the guzzling of Sting is a good part of that show, but the main event is what it is.
And then, of course, this Friday, we also have our top 10 Johnny Depp movies.
Yes. That's going to be fun.
A live stream episode.
Yes.
Of the Dads Not Always on Wrestling.
Yes. Going to go live again when we can.
Yes. We've got the opportunity here these next couple of weeks with the kids being out of school, with you being home due to your injury.
Right. Well, that's
advantage of it while we can.
Yeah, it's people are like, how are you doing the stream? It's like, I need the money, y'all. It's, I'm not, the mouse ain't paying me to sit here and do shit. So it's and I'll see the doc till Monday. So,
and then
the mouse phone is right there in case he calls. So there is that.
And then we've talked about it a couple times how busy Saturday is going to be.
Oh yes.
There it is. AEW Collision Watch Along, beginning at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, followed by the match game,
Yes.
and then the regular Saturday night shenanigans that are open mic night.
Yep.
All part of the festivities.
Yep.
Have we decided, are we going to take an official hiatus in between the streams?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to create the rooms for. Well, no, if you're going to do. Well, I need to do match game, right?
Yeah. So you need to create both.
Okay, no problem. We'll have you log in as we do. Okay. Well, is that a dad's topic or a subject for Jay to cover? Because either way, there's meat on that bone.
We did Halloween Havoc matches, didn't we?
Yeah, we did at one point. I thought we did. I'll have to go back and look. But Halloween Havoc, as much as Bischoff rates that as a tentpole event for the company, its history is rough. Like really rough.
Like aside from Eddie Ray?
Yeah. You figure once Hogan got there, 94 was him and Flair in the retirement cage match. Yeah, wrestling retirement. 95 was him and Giant in the monster truck match where Big Show was murdered on live television and then still came back and won the world title. And then him and the Yeti freaking double teamed Hogan in the middle of the ring. I'll leave that to your imagination, kids. You go watch that shit yourself because I ain't going into that. The Hogan Savage match that wasn't WrestleMania 5, that's for damn sure. The Piper Hogan cage match the following year, main event, and then the Goldberg DDP match that like two people saw. And then the following year, the rematch with babyface Red and Yellow Hogan and heel Sting. Hogan walked out there and laid down, and he was gone until the next year, and then he was gone again because of Russo. But yeah, Halloween Havoc, especially in my fandom, not a happy night for wrestling fans for the most part. A lot of shitty memories. You figure
he's saying there needs to be a dad's. Here's the thing, Daniel. Dad's episodes aren't for the members only section.
Right.
The members only section is basically going to be me doing DVD reviews of wrestling DVDs, whether it's a pay-per-view or a bio like the CM Punk DVD, stuff like that. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, the rise and fall of ECW, that type of stuff. That's going to be on there. And then retro watch-alongs with Noah and myself calling the action.
Right.
Like we said, we're going to do the 25th anniversary of Over the Edge 99 and call that show a show that Noah has never seen.
Oh, so he's
a show that I've only seen like once, maybe twice ever.
Yeah.
The road up to WrestleMania 40, we're going to call every WrestleMania. And with next year being 2024, we're going to look at doing, it's being kicked around.
Mm-hmm.
Start doing the retro calls from the year 2004 and do the 20th anniversary of some of these shows. Rumble 04 with Benoit winning the Rumble. No Way Out 04 with Eddie winning the title at the Cow Palace. Backlash 04, Orton versus Foley. Judgment Day 04, which I was there for.
Yep.
SummerSlam 04, where Randy Orton walked to the ring and those god-awful peach tights found the belt and hit the turnbuckle, started posing. Taboo Tuesday.
Yeah.
Even doing Victory Road and Turning Point 04, the very first TNA pay-per-views.
Yep. Total sidebar. As I'm not this level of subscriber to Conrad's stuff, but he has a full interview with Chris Harris up there right now.
Nice.
And they talked about Elix's tightrope thing. I'd forgotten it was him. I thought it was James for some reason, but it was him.
Nope, it was Wildcat.
It was Wildcat, yeah. And it's like I'm gonna text Conrad a picture. It's like it's faint now after 20 years. That scar is still there. I swear to God, Val grabbed my arm so hard because of what Elix we knew was gonna be something, right? Because he's sitting there, and it's like, oh, it was one of the damnedest things I've ever seen live to this day. And the only thing more prolific in my mind, because I can watch this part on video now if I ever find the files, is the after party at TGI Fridays and how sloshed every one of us was, except Aaron, because Aaron don't drink back then. Oh dear Christ.
Here's the problem with this. I'd be marking out for Chucky because I'm a huge Chucky fan.
Yeah, seriously.
Noah, being a non-movie person, would be like, what the fuck is this? My buddy Reject all doing on my fucking television.
Yeah, there was no context for him when he was on NXT. Like, not a friggin' clue. So that's too funny. God. I still say they should have Braun Breaker and Chucky interact just because. Like 10 people in the world would get it, but goddamn it, it's funnier than hell. So it's all good. Oh my goodness, that's too funny. Well, guess that's it's about that time.
Yes,
And I just, again, however I feel about the sweaters are probably being peeled off and getting ready to put up for auction right now on NHLauction.com in all likelihood. Congratulations to the organization, the Vegas Golden Knights. Congrats to Florida Panthers, man. They need to get a Republican in the White House just so they can win a Stanley Cup because they clearly can't win with a Democrat in the chair. Freaking Clinton and then Biden. So I'm not advocating for that. This ain't a political show, but I'm just saying. Am I wrong? 96 President Clinton. So
I could make a rebuttal comment to it, but you wouldn't like it, so I'm just going to be quiet.
Okay. We'll do it off air. But yeah, congrats to the Panthers for getting this far. Congrats to everybody who's a hockey fan because we got some kick-ass games this playoffs.
Congratulations to the city of Las Vegas.
Yes, that too. Absolutely.
You guys may not have been chomping at the bit for it as long as us Kings fans were.
No.
As long as this Kings fan was, because I had started going my first season they won the cup. So I'm kind of like these Vegas fans. I got it my first time going.
Fair.
You were Bane. You were born into it. You were bred into this. So you had been waiting for just a little bit longer.
Yeah, 29 years at that point.
Congratulations to the city of Las Vegas.
Yes, we will. Hopefully things pan out where we can actually make a run up there, even briefly. Be part of the craziness of the hysteria and then run away quickly as possible. Come home where it's safe.
Ooh, that's how it starts. Then there's running and screaming.
Yeah. I mean, we can get a Jeep that goes that fast probably, but I don't know. Come on, people with us though. It'd be kind of weird.
So thank you to everybody who's joined us this evening. Thank you to Josh Mansfield for the super chats. Stat Boy, thank you for riding with us for the first hour.
Yes.
I know this was kind of your idea and appreciate us hashing this out and doing this. Jeff, thank you for being a good sport throughout it all. I know it was hard for a little bit, but we appreciate it.
It wasn't the Ducks.
This is true.
If it was the Ducks, I wouldn't have been here.
Thank you to everybody who watched. And until next time, I am the Renegade JJ Williams. Thank you for tuning in. And we will see you guys next time.